President Trump has tapped another former lobbyist to fill a key cabinet post tied to the environment. On board already, of course, is the new EPA administrator, Andrew Wheeler, who lobbied on behalf of the coal industry for years. He replaced Scott Pruitt, who left certainly under a cloud of ethics controversies. At the Interior Department, President Trump's choice to oversee public lands is a former oil industry lobbyist named David Bernhardt. The nominee is currently the acting secretary. Now, a CNN review of industry requests shows the Interior Department appears to have been working overtime to grant requests to the very companies that Bernhardt lobbied for. Here's CNN's senior investigative correspondent Drew Griffin.
It was advertised as a press conference. Acting Secretary of the Interior David Bernhardt.
Good afternoon.
Visiting the Martin Luther King Jr. National Park. But when the speeches were over,
that's going to conclude our press conference today.
It was clear Bernhardt wasn't about to take any questions.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Drew Griffin with CNN. Can we have a few moments of your time? We thought this was a press conference, and we thought we'd get a few questions to ask you. We're doing a story. Sir, can you just stop for 1 second?
Go ahead and reach out to my press shop. And
There may be a good reason Bernhardt and his staff are uncomfortable about questions on camera, because since he's been at the Department of Interior, a curious pattern has emerged.
And the fact that more than a dozen of your former clients have been getting favors through the Department of Interior since you joined.
You're welcome to contact
the department. Is that just a coincidence?
Since Bernhardt joined the agency, the Department of Interior has made at least 15 policy changes or decisions specifically requested by his former clients that benefited them, according to a CNN analysis.
Yes, we're seeing a raft of favors, both large and small, being granted. Everything from specific projects getting green lights to larger policies that are either being rolled back from the Obama administration or moved forward in the Trump administration.
David Bernhardt defines the Washington, D.C. revolving door, moving between government jobs to a major lobbyist for the oil and gas industry. Now this oil and gas lobbyist is back in government service. Appointed first as Deputy Secretary of the Interior by President Trump in 2017, and promising in this ethics letter not to be involved, to recuse himself from any decisions involving 26 different groups, mostly in oil and gas, that he has lobbied for, but only for a certain amount of time. Curiously, 13 of his former clients have gotten what they wanted from the Department of Interior since Bernhardt's been there. And one name keeps popping up again and again, the Independent Petroleum Association of America, or IPAA. One of the group's requests, do something about the sage grouse.
The deteriorating health of the bird has sparked the largest land conservation effort in U.S. history.
In 2015, the Obama administration implemented a protection plan for the bird, which meant lots of federal lands across the West would be either off limits or more difficult for oil and gas exploration. The IPAA, Bernhardt's former client, repeatedly lobbied department officials to loosen restrictions. Records reviewed by CNN show Bernhardt involved in 3 meetings with Interior officials on the issue. IPAA and other groups thanked Bernhardt for his involvement, and by December of 2018, the Trump administration released a plan to amend sage grouse protections and open vast swaths of western land for oil drilling. The industry requests and actions taken go on and on. Fracking, offshore drilling, easing of safety requirements, former clients asking and receiving favorable decisions from the government agency run by the former oil lobbyist.
We're talking about the literal fox guarding the henhouse, but this administration doesn't seem to mind the notion that a lobbyist is going to now regulate the very industry that they used to work for.
Bernhardt's spokesman said the acting secretary is fully in compliance with his recusal agreements, and critics who say he is granting favors are categorically incorrect, either misunderstand the law, regulations, and the acting secretary's ethics pledge, or they are deliberately misleading. Myron Ebel with the Competitive Enterprise Institute defends the acting secretary's actions this way.
Dave Bernhardt is not pursuing his agenda or that of any people he worked for as a lawyer. He's pursuing the agenda that President Trump won the election on and is implementing.
But the acting secretary isn't so eager to talk about any of that.
I'm happy to visit with you at any time. Right now is not the time, but